Risk assessment. Before you can secure your network, you need to understand the risks you face. A risk assessment can help identify vulnerabilities and threats and prioritize mitigation efforts. Cybersecurity risk assessment is a critical process that helps organizations identify and manage security risks to their systems, applications, and data. Here are the steps involved in a typical cybersecurity risk assessment. 1. Identify assets. The first step in a risk assessment is to identify the assets that need to be protected, such as hardware, software, data, and personnel. 2. Identify threats. Once you have identified your assets, you need to identify the potential threats that could compromise them. This may include external threats like hackers or internal threats like employee negligence. 3. Identify vulnerabilities. Once you have identified the potential threats, you need to identify the vulnerabilities that could be exploited to carry out these threats. This will help you prioritize your mitigation efforts and allocate resources effectively. 6. Mitigation plan. Once you have identified the risks, you need to develop a mitigation plan to address them. This may include implementing new security controls, patching software, or providing training to employees. 7. Monitor and review. Finally, you need to continuously monitor and review your cybersecurity risk posture to ensure that your mitigation efforts are effective and up to date. It's important to note that cybersecurity risk assessment is an ongoing process and should be revisited regularly to ensure that new threats and vulnerabilities are identified and addressed in a timely manner. Access control. Controlling access to your network and data is critical to preventing unauthorized access. Tools like firewalls, network segmentation, and multi-factor authentication can help. Access control is an essential component of cybersecurity that involves controlling who has access to what information or systems. Here are the steps involved in implementing access control. 1. Define access policies. The first step is to define access policies that specify who has access to what resources, what kind of access they have, and under what conditions. 2. Authenticate users. Once access policies have been defined, users need to be authenticated to ensure that they are who they say they are. In our next session, we will discuss about remaining some basic concepts and tools that are important to know like that. Encryption. Incident response. Threat intelligence. And some popular automation tools used in cybersecurity include Ansible, Chef, Puppet, and Terraform for infrastructure automation, and Python and PowerShell for scripting and automation. Additionally, SOAR tools like Swimlane, Demisto, and Simplify can help automate security operations and response workflows.